Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya. Creature features and all creatures and all features, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. 'Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Don't get you tonight.
What is the issue with that one?
She happens to be somewhat rather cross with our YouTube viewers.
And what might it be this time?
I showed her the recent stats from our YouTube channel. It appears that only 8% of our viewers have actually subscribed to the channel. So she's serving those unsubscribed viewers with the silent treatment until they wisen up and subscribe.
She gives all your viewers the silent treatment.
True, but today she's added a fair amount of self-righteous indignation and scorn to the process. She'll get past it in 7 or 8 minutes, as she typically does. In any case, welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent. You've met my butler, Mr. Livingston, and the angry scowl to this side, who's typically a quietly demure mouse in the household, would be my coyly quiet and grave-digging charge, Tangela. And tonight we have a most decapoddedly crustiastic program in store just for you. Livingston, did you know that humans consume over 1.5 million metric tons of crab each and every year?
Not surprising. You yourself can account for one of those metric tons.
Says the man with the German accent who subsists upon a continuous diet of Hoferschwab served over Grünkohl and covered with a large dollop of schmaltz. Back to my diatribe. My purpose with invoking statistics about that wonderful and delicious sea spider we call the crab is because tonight we shall present Attack of the Crab Monsters from 1957. This is a rather very brilliant Roger Corman film about a group of scientists marooned upon an island with a herd of giant, murderous crabs. You'll learn tonight that the professor's first gig on a deserted isle was not with Gilligan and the Skipper too, but with Pamela Duncan, Richard Garland, and some bloke appropriately named Beach Dickerson, who portrays Seaman Fellows. As we watch that, we'll be joined by our friend, neighbor, and Bodega Bay denizen, Mr. Jon Provost. You remember John as Timmy on Lassie, but many of you will know him best as Tangela's favorite target when sighting her trebuchet. He'll tell us what he has been up to as of late, chime in about tonight's film, and hopefully avoid the wrath of Tangela's most foul mood. So don't go away, for it is to be another night of giant monster fright, right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Da 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 da. You remember that show? Welcome back, Carter.
Sure.
Yeah. It should be John's theme song because he's back.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Jon Provost.
I don't live that far away,
I know,
just
but
down the hill.
It's the first time you've been in this chair since some time, right?
It's been a while.
Right. Welcome to Creature Features. Thank you for joining us. We're with Jon Provost. If you don't know Jon Provost, then I don't know what to say because it obviously means they have not watched this program. Obviously means they've never watched Lassie.
Got to be dog lovers.
Nor The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. Nor Star Wars, because you played You played something in Star Wars too, right?
No, that was another guy. Yeah.
You would have been good in Star Wars. What character would you play?
Well, I don't know about Star Wars, but I am a robot in a new movie that's coming out.
That's right, you do the voice.
Yes, yes. I'm
No,
Spark
but I
the
mean
robot.
you physically. Right, your voice is great in the robot.
Physically.
We discussed that last time, but physically, what character would you be in Star Wars?
Could I be an Ewok?
Well, I wasn't going to go there, but
Well, I'm, you know.
I
mean,
know. You're not the tallest
I
bloke
don't
in the
know.
world, but no.
I couldn't be, you know, Han Solo.
How about Darth Vader's son?
Oh,
Right?
that would work.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that would work. I could do that.
We're getting silly. Anyways, welcome to the show. We're going to watch Attack of the Crab Monsters
Sounds like a plan.
with Jon Provost. Jon Provost knows a thing or two about crab monsters because you were on Lassie for how many years?
7 years, and this movie was made the year that I started Lassie.
So we planned
Yeah.
that, you know.
Oh, well, good. Well,
No.
good. And that's
No.
probably why
it's
I
a
didn't
coincidence.
see it. Okay.
It's like these clocks. All the clocks in this manor stop at 10:31 for some reason. I cannot get a functional clock in this household. I have to get one of those digital ones for my bedroom.
That'll work. And then you just need a battery. You don't have to have somebody to wind them all.
Right, no, winding.
We have 3 clocks in our house that we have to wind. I have to wind once
You do?
a week. Yeah.
Once a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every Sunday. That's the deal.
Once a week, every Sunday.
Traditionally. Yeah.
No, that's rather nice. All right, so you've seen this film
Yes.
and you like it, and I've
Excellent.
not seen any bit of this film whatsoever. I saw one shot of the professor, and it's the same professor.
I swear, I think this movie was the pilot for Gilligan's Island.
I think it was his audition tape.
There you go. His
That's what it
reel.
was.
It was his reel.
Right.
There
no,
you go.
No, but you know, from what I saw, he seems to be a bit of a more bitter bloke, right?
Younger.
No,
He's
the
definitely
professor-
younger.
The professor on Gilligan's Island was enthusiastic, and this guy, he seems like he's not too happy
well,
about
he's being chased by giant crabs.
No. I don't mean the part where he's being attacked by spiders. I mean, just before, he seems like a bitter bloke. He does not like his lot in life.
Well, I think he's waiting to get on Gilligan's Island.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
He knew he would get a better part. He just had to
There you
get
go.
through this one with Roger Corman.
With Roger Corman.
Right?
Yeah.
No, that makes
let's
sense.
get.
That makes sense. All right. What do you say we start this film?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, here we go to see Russell Johnson and a bunch of other people in Attack of the Crab Monsters, 1957. Don't you dare go away because we're going to miss you, right?
Yes.
All right, see you soon.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and the creeping thing and the fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them.
Make that line fast. Everybody ashore.
Strange. We can see only a small part of the island from this spot, but yet you can feel lack of welcome, lack of abiding life, huh?
Yeah, I felt the same when I came here before to rescue your first one. I not only knew that they were gone, but that they were lost completely and forever, body and soul.
Please, Lieutenant. Some of those men were our friends from the same institute.
I'm sorry, Miss Huntley.
I'm not so sure you are right, Monsieur Quinlan. Maybe their bodies are gone, but who can tell of their souls, eh? Maybe if I call to them, they will answer. Their ghosts will answer. McLean! Hello! Hello! McLean!
Where is the house, Lieutenant? You can't see it from the shore. It's back in the hills, at the head of that gorge, just hidden in the cliff.
How fitting.
Might as well have a look at it. Well, they're coming in with the second load of supplies from the plane. Now let it set right up.
Hold your headway! You can approach! Hey, sit down in there! Well, get him up! I say he's on the bottom! What's the ball up there? God help us!
Cover it.
You know, I wish I'd get back. I don't like being out here all alone with old Tate's rigor mortis.
Sam, how did a nervous guy like you ever get involved in demolitions work?
Nervous? What do you mean nervous? I'm not nervous. It's a little high-strung, that's all.
Come on, help me get these pineapples inside.
You know, I don't know what we're going to use these for out here anyway. That's just to practice pitching by those babies out there.
Took his head off. His head? I'm afraid so. We're going to take him back to Eniwetok for burial.
I hope that man's death is not an omen of things to come.
Well, frankly, Doctor, I wouldn't care to stay here with you. But if you run into trouble or you need extra supplies, you can always reach the base by radio. And as if this rotten weather will let us get back to the base at all.
Something in the air is wrong. Can you tell me what it is, Lieutenant?
Well, I don't know, sir. Maybe it's because there's no sound. No animal noises of any kind.
Well, looks like we got the dynamite by mistake.
Looks like it.
I'll cart it back down to the beach. Oh, excuse me, Doctor.
That's quite all right. Just call me Marty.
Okay, Marty.
You know, the Navy boys really fixed this place up. I'm almost going to enjoy being here.
Yeah, you'd never think it was a complete wreck a few months ago.
If you want to see a wreck, take a look at my back.
Yeah, it'll be dark in a few minutes. Want to come watch the takeoff?
I'd like to. I'll get the others.
Lieutenant, I don't want to annoy you again, but nothing was left? Not a hair, nor fingernail clipping? Only McLean's journal?
Well, that's all, Doctor.
That they are dead, I can believe possible. But to vanish from the face of the earth? No.
The Navy thinks they were all at sea in their small boat when the typhoon hit. Lost with all hands is an old story.
Yes, but Everybody okay?
Yeah, it looks that way. You okay, Mac?
Yeah, it's nothing that getting off this old pile won't cure.
Hello, YouTube viewers. Have you subscribed yet? I see a few of you have forgotten to do so. I am somewhat disappointed. Please subscribe. Thank you.
You know, back in 1957, you did not see a lot of heads removed of crewmen.
No,
in
you
films.
didn't.
You know, it looks like one of Tangella's former suitors. I mean, maybe with the head he doesn't, but without the head.
Without the head.
Right.
Definitely.
No.
Definitely.
She has a fine collection of heads. We don't know what she does with the body. Yeah. We imagine she donates it to science or something. Because, most of the time, science does not need the head, right? They want the other parts.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Your
It's
body
like,
parts.
what are you going to do with a face and a brain that doesn't work anymore? Right?
I think they made a movie like that.
Oh.
With they kept the guy's
Right.
head alive.
Yeah, no, right. There's a few of those.
Maybe that was his head. Who knows?
Anyways, we've got many new viewers who don't know who in God's name you are. So we should probably explain it fully, right?
Okay. I did mention that this movie was made in 1957,
Right.
and that was the year that I started Lassie, the TV series, which
And
I
you did not portray Lassie.
No, we had a dog for that.
Right, that's what you need for
was
that role.
the dog's mate. Friend.
Oh.
Yeah, friend.
I would not use the word mate. I mean, I know we
Well,
do
but
this
you
in the
were-
UK,
yeah, I was-
but,
you used the
I
bloke
learned
and
not
the
to
mate,
use
okay.
that word here because it implies the wrong thing.
Okay, master.
And don't even
I
start
was
with what you
Lassie's
call a
master.
cigarette.
How about that, master?
Lassie's master. I would say you were his plucky companion.
That'll work.
Right.
That'll work. Yeah, we did
You
all
were
kinds of
Timmy
stuff.
on Lassie. You
Yes.
fell in the well.
Yes. Didn't happen.
I
I
know-
was not the sharpest tool in the shed.
You
and
were
it-
young. You just
Yes.
don't remember. It was a traumatic event when you were young.
Off cliffs, into abandoned mine shafts,
Right.
into culverts, you name it. Quicksand. I fell
You
in
fell
quicksand. Which
but never a well.
never fell in a well. Never did. And everybody says it. We don't know where it came from, that catchphrase, but I'll take it.
It's what do they call that? It's called the something effect.
Don't know. The well effect?
Livingston knows. It's called the Mandela effect.
The Mandela. Didn't know that.
You should Google it.
I know
you tried
Nelson
Google?
Mandela, but I don't know
Have you
the
tried
Mandela
Google?
effect. Yes, I know that.
Oh,
I could try.
It's a useful
Now,
tool.
if Lassie was here with me, Lassie'd figure it all out.
No,
that's
because
what
she is a
Lassie
dog
did.
and she does not speak. So perhaps she would figure it out in her mind, but she could not relay the information to
Lassie
you.
barked, and we understood everything Lassie said.
Oh, that's right. She had that special, it was like Morse code, right?
That was it. We'd run home. I'd be stuck somewhere, not in a well.
Right.
Lassie would go home, bark,
Right.
and June Lockhart, who played my mother, she would say, "What is it, Lassie?" "Oh, Timmy's stuck over in the
You know,
orchard," and that's what
I
it
need to
would be.
contest this theory of yours because Lassie comes home without Timmy.
Right.
There is the information she needs, and she barks and runs off to where
And
Timmy is.
everybody follows the
And that's
dog.
it. There's no need for explanations.
Okay.
Right? June Lockhart is not going to stand there and go, "Is he in trouble or not?" Lassie, tell me in code.
And
Right?
Lassie,
barks and
it
runs.
worked.
Right.
It
right,
worked.
right. All right. Well, there's no Lassie in this movie, but I think we need to get back to it.
They need a dog for help.
They do. They do. Or like a giant thing that eats crabs.
That would
But
work.
it's got to be giant.
That would work.
All right. Let's get back to the film. And when we come back, I want to talk to you about your life in Bodega Bay and how that's going. It's
Sounds like a plan.
He's a recent citizen of Bodega Bay like us, so I want to know his opinion after living here for several years now, right?
That's right.
All right. Off we go back to Attack of the Crab Monster, and we're going to do some mail first, and then we'll talk to John. See you soon.
1 month, no more. We'll watch you from the cliffs. Au revoir!
just before the quake?
What sounds, mon ami?
The deeper booming, rumbling.
No, I'm afraid not. Dr. Carson means the explosions. We should get up to the cliffs.
Hey, Hank, you're a scientist. How come they need a demo team like us in this hunk of dirt?
I'm no scientist. I'm a technician and a handyman.
So you still don't know what's going on?
Well, you remember that first big H-bomb test? The one that blew Ujulap Island right out of the ocean?
Who forgets that?
A tremendous amount of the radioactive fallout came this way.
A great seething, burning cloud of it sank into this area, blanketing the island with hot ashes and radioactive seawater. Dr. Vigon's group is here to study fallout effects at their worst. Dr. James Carson is a geologist. He'll try to learn what's happening to the soil. The botanist, Jules Devereaux, will examine all the plant life for radiation poisoning. Martha Hunter and Dale Brewer are biologists. He works on land animalism while she takes care of the seafood. Dr. Carl Vigon is a nuclear physicist. He'll collect their findings and relate them to the present theories on the effects of too much radiation.
We blow up mountains for the geologist Carson. But this is the second bunch of brains to come out here. What happened to the first?
They were here, and a storm hit, and they were gone. That's all anybody knows.
Doesn't anybody wonder?
Everybody wonders. They just don't like to talk about it. Come on, we'll miss the takeoff.
To the radio.
There's something.
It's a commercial station. Probably Manila or Samoa. It's all from beyond the area of disturbance. I don't get a thing on the Navy bands.
Keep trying.
All those men killed. We can't even send word through this storm.
The Navy will send a search plane, honey.
No, the Navy will assume that Lieutenant Quinlan decided to remain here rather than risk the storm.
I know Weetalk's probably getting as much static as we are.
Probably. Which means we can't do anything until conditions improve. So why don't we let Hank keep trying while we begin our own work? We have to go over McLean's journal sooner or later, so it might as well be now.
Then let us go into the living room. Thursday, March 11th. Today, Dr. Vendier's culture failed to produce any sign of bacteria, though left for 5 days in the open. Friday, March 12th. This afternoon, Professor Carter found a large piece of flesh having the same composition as that of the common earthworm, but measured 24 inches by 8. With this section as a measure, the worm-like creature would be more than 5 feet in length. Most intriguing is the tissue's consistency. It proves impossible to cut, knives passing through the flesh, leaving no mark. Fire was applied to the tissue, and the calorie result? The journal ends there.
Well, it's getting very late. Why don't we work out tomorrow's schedule and then get some sleep?
What about that 5-foot night crawler? Well, excuse me for being so stupid, me and that book you're reading.
We weren't laughing at you, Hank. It's just that McLean didn't really mean to imply that the flesh was from a big worm. He said from a worm-like creature.
You know, it might have been a sea worm. They've been known to grow much longer than 5 feet.
Well, excuse me for shooting my mouth off, but the journal didn't say anything about the sea. Just talked about worms.
Nothing in my experience leads me towards McLean's worm theory. Nothing.
You would know better than I. But why, I asked, did the writer stop in the middle of a sentence?
Yes, why, Carl? Unless something really unusual happened, I'm sure he would have finished.
We shall find out, I think.
Well, Jim and I will head down the South Valley in the morning. You know, I haven't seen any insect life since we arrived.
Shh. Quiet. Listen. Just the wind.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, we're watching Attack of the Crab Monsters with Mr. Jon Provost. But first, we need to do some mail from you, because you send us mail, and if we don't read it, it would be rather rude, would it not?
Quite.
Quite. And he's
I
still
love
here.
the letters.
Where's Tangela?
She's indisposed at the moment.
Indisposed at the moment. Well, let's just do some mail, and perhaps she'll join us later. What do you got, Mr. Livingston?
From Iran, it looks like.
From Virginia Ritchie, Youngstown, Ohio. She says, "Hi, Vincent and Livingston and Tangela and John. I watch your show every night on YouTube." Yeah, I don't know how they do that. Every night.
Computers.
Everybody. No. But I mean, as a person who has a life, where do they find time to watch us every night? "I think Tangela is so cool on the show. I got a movie you can play, Babysitter, with William Shatner and Elizabeth..."
Whoa! Whoa, no!
Well, that hit and run accident was Tangela correcting her seating arrangement. You know, he's a guest tonight. You cannot abuse his life as you normally do. You know, she harasses that poor man all the time.
It's her hobby, actually.
It is. All right, we're reading a letter from Virginia in Youngstown, Ohio. Behave yourself. She goes, "I think Tangela is so cool on the show. I've got a movie you could play called Babysitter." I never heard of this. Stars William Shatner and Elizabeth Montgomery. And also The Bat with Vincent Price. We've done The Bat a zillion times, right?
Two
times. So if you go on YouTube, which is where I think you watch us, you can find the episodes we've done with The Bat. And we'll look into this baby. Have you heard of a film called Babysitter?
I have not, but we'll check into it.
No, it sounds nice. William Shatner and Elizabeth Montgomery. Captain Kirk and Bewitched. That could be fun.
Samantha
Stevens. Next up, Mr. Livingston.
We have a letter.
If you're looking for gifts, you're not going to find any here tonight. Look, all he's got is paper. There's no boxes. I think you abused Jon Provost for no reason. All right, this is what appears to be a nicely handwritten note in cursive. I don't know how many of you can still read cursive or have ever been able to, but no, I know you do, but I'm talking about them. No, it's a lost art. It's like, who's going to read the Declaration of Independence one day?
Good question.
All right. Dear Vincent, Tangela, and Mr. Livingston, I accidentally found your show while randomly searching for something. Yeah, that's the story of our life. We're randomly found. I've been binge watching ever since. Some shows are good, some are better with the sound off. Well, you know, you can watch anything she does with the sound off. May I request an autographed picture of the three of you? And finally, may I say that I have a major crush on Vincent. He's absolutely cute. Sincerely, Linda. My goodness. You know, you don't want anything to do with a guy like me because I'm trouble.
Indeed.
No, that's what she says. She says I make women miserable. So, right?
I have nothing to add to that.
You've got something to say. And then what was the other thing? The autograph. Of course, we will send you an autograph tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's Sunday. Nobody's going to send an autograph on Sunday. We'll send you an autograph on Monday, Linda, and thank you for the kind words.
Well, we can mail it.
Well, of course, but we're not going to mail it till Monday, right?
We can put it in the mailbox.
Oh, my goodness. I know how the process works, sir. All right, here's a short one from Desiree Poussard in Sydney, Maine. Poussard, that's a French name, is it not?
It is.
I wonder if she speaks it. Hi, Vincent, Van Dahl, Tangella, and Mr. Livingston. Me and my mom recently stomped upon your show. Stomped.
An interesting way of putting that.
Right. On YouTube. Keep up the good work, Desiree. You know, I wonder if she's like a young... Talks about her mom.
Sounds like a young person.
Yeah, maybe she's a young lady. Anyways, thank you for watching, and thank your mom for watching. And be nice to your mom.
Another letter.
She went through a lot of pain for you. I know mine did. All right, this one's from Biok. This is Biok. Is that rain?
Or block.
My
Yes,
goodness.
it does rain here, you know.
No, it's raining hard tonight. All right, let's see what we've got. Oh, a nice card. It's a Christmas card. Christmas is over, but we're late on our mail. Oh, what's this? A $50 Visa gift card. No, hang on, let's find out who it's for. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's for me. She just wants to read it. All right, so the card has been altered a bit. There's spider webs on the Christmas card. And it says on the inside, and best wishes for a Happy New Year, Scary Christmas, and a Happy New Year. All right, what do we got? This is from Dan and Kelly Block. Hello, Creature Feature people. Him and I are people. Her? I don't know. She's a different kind of people. She's a monstrous. She's a little monster. I doctored up this card just for you. Job well done. Vincent, you are the bomb. One of the all-time best spooky movie hosts ever. Oh, this is my night. Did you plan this? So
Of
I get
course.
all the love letters in one night. Mr. Livingston's beard is meticulously, perfectly groomed. That's why he chose this letter. Come on, give us a smile, sir. Yeah, that's a smile. Tangella is delightful and very pretty and downright dangerous at times, most likely. You have no idea. Just ask Jon Provost. We really liked a recent movie called Daimajin. That's one we ran, and that is... yeah, you didn't like that film. I liked it. We are enclosing a $50 Visa card for you. Hope it helps with your finances. Carry on with the awesome high-caliber show you are. All the best, Dan and Kelly Block. P.S. We'd love an autographed picture if possible. It will be on its way Monday as well. Right?
Right.
Any more? One more?
One more.
One more piece of mail. We're doing a lot tonight because they're all short. And the movie's short. All right, this is the longest one from Andrew and Catherine. They say Happy Christmas to Vincent Tangella and Mr. Livingston. Again, we're a bit late. I know Christmas was some time back, but you know, this stuff comes in and it takes a bit of time to process it, right?
It does.
That's the
I
problem.
have lots of other things to do.
Well, so he says. All right, we're sending our greetings from Nairobi, Kenya. Yes, Creature Features also has regular viewers in Africa. Is Kenya in South Africa?
Kenya is in Southeast Africa.
Southeast Africa. Because we've got that station in South Africa, right? Cape Town.
Cape Town.
We have a station in Cape Town that carries our show, but somehow they're watching us in Nairobi. How do you think they're doing that?
How about the internet?
Oh, they have the internet in Nairobi, of course. It's been there for quite some time.
Quite.
Right. 1973 was a great year for cult movies. 3 masterpieces jump immediately to mind. Westworld, Soylent Green, and The Wicker Man, starring Ed Wood. Is Ed Wood in that one?
Ed Wood.
No, they say Ed Wood.
It might be an echo.
All right. Is there any chance Creature Feature might be able to indulge us with such lavish spectacles? Enjoy the festivities, Andrew and Catherine. All right, let's go over these movies. Westworld's most doubtful.
Most doubtful.
No, that's like, well, they just made a series about it, so it's all like fresh again. We can only show moldy stuff. That's the rule. Soylent Green, we've tried to get that one. They said no. No way.
Emphatically.
The Wicker Man, we'll look into that one. That one is, I don't know if our viewers are going to like The Wicker Man. It's an odd film. It's not a bad film. It's just an odd film. So we'll look into these again. Why not? You're in Nairobi, so we probably need to send you some better entertainment than lions and tigers and crocodiles, oh my.
And
right?
that was that.
And that's it. All right. If you'd like to send us mail of your own by email, send it to the address you see over here. Or if you'd like to send a card with a nice gift card inside, send it to the postal address you see right here. We'll be back soon with John. Hopefully, she didn't damage him too much. But first, let's get back to Attack of the Crab Monsters. I knew she was going to do that.
She always does.
You nearly frightened me to death.
Well, no, I couldn't very well announce myself underwater, could I? Besides, you look scared down there.
Well, I was scared. And lost, too. You know, Dale, it's funny, but I was using a big black rock as a landmark. But when I swam back, the rock was gone.
Well, I did see something move near you.
You did? I wonder what it could have been.
I don't know. Just a big black shape moving through the kilt.
Land crabs and seagulls. Everything else is dead.
Help! Arthur!
What's the matter, Carson? Come up the path. We'll meet you.
Well, son, come on, Hunter.
Oh, hold it. That rate you'll drop right off.
Off what? Come, see for yourself.
But only this morning I came along this path on my way to the beach.
And it wasn't there.
You mean this pit wasn't here before?
It has only appeared in the last 20 minutes.
And it's at least 50 feet deep.
Nothing but land crabs.
I want to go down there.
No.
Why not?
You are a geologist. You know that a second disturbance would cause a cave-in that would crush anybody down in the pit.
He seems pretty definite, Jim. Is he right about a cave-in?
He could be, assuming this was caused by a disturbance.
Why, it's glazed as though it had been fired in a kiln.
Summers, you and fellows better put a couple of your lanterns around this pit so as to keep any of us from falling in the middle of the night. Okay. Come on, honey, let's go back to the house.
Martha, awake. Martha Hunter, awake. Awake, Martha. It is McLean. Awake.
McLean?
Martha, come to me. Help me. Help me. Martha, Martha Hunter, help me, help me. Martha, help me, help me. Martha, come to me.
Jim, but...
So you heard it too?
Yes, it was Orville McLean's voice.
He called me as plain as day.
Strange, because I only heard him call my name.
How could the Navy search this whole island and miss a survivor?
If he is a survivor.
What does that mean? You heard him as well as I?
Well, someone could have been imitating his voice.
Well, who would do that?
I don't know, but I do know that McLean's dead.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to find out for sure.
Jim, you're not going down there.
Yes, I am.
But Carr's against it.
He's afraid of cave-ins. I'm not. Keep the sawmill out of sight.
Jim, you don't know what's down there.
What could be other than earth, water, and a few land crabs?
Marty. Oh, she has fainted. No more.
Oh,
it's all right, honey. It's all right. Where's Jim?
He's in the pit. He went into the pit. I saw the rope go slack.
He must have fallen during the quake. I warned him. Carson! Can you hear me? Are you alive?
Dr. Michael, my leg. It's broken.
We are coming for you. Don't try to move. No, Jules. But we must go down to him. Not this way. The rope may be too short.
Then how?
Through the caves.
The great caves to the sea.
But how do you know the caves connect with the pit?
Gentlemen, for reasons I have guessed, Dr. Carson also, these caves must join the pit, because the pit was created from below, not from the surface.
Dale, Take Martha back to the house. The rest of us will look for Dr. Carson.
Dale, I'm all right. They'll need you with them.
If we can bring Dr. Carson out, 2 of us are enough. If we can't, a whole army will do us no good.
Are you hiding something from us, Doc? A theory, perhaps?
Maybe. Come, we must hurry.
You all right?
Just a little shaky.
Let's get back to the house and get some coffee.
Oh, thought you were the boogeyman.
I thought we heard a girl screaming during the quake. Did part of the cliffs fall away into the sea?
Part of them. Well, it was pretty dark where we were, but it looked like the whole island was coming down. The boulders almost crashed us in the tent.
The whole island, yes. We must go faster. There is very little time.
Little time for what? That is Dr. Wagon's small secret. Let us catch him and find out.
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories. Despite my previous protestation, I see a few of you have still not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet. Please, I implore of you to do so. Thank you.
Looks like she did quite a number on you.
Yeah, I think she's known for this.
Well, you know, what's nice about her, sometimes she becomes nurse-like. I can see she gave you one of her good bandages.
Yeah, but she, like, slammed it on my head.
I know. Well, you know, I don't think she's bad. I think she's just somewhat confused on how to convey niceness.
She's really confused.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right, all right. Anyways, welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, I'm with Jon Provost, formerly Timmy on Lassie, but now he's outgrown the role.
Yes.
However, we are watching Attack of the Crab Monsters, and we just saw what appears to be ghosts, or we heard ghosts. Ghostly people, which are the previous research team.
They're all gone. They're all dead.
Dead. You know what happens. You're not going to tell me, though, because that would be a spoil. Don't tell them.
I wouldn't
that would
dare.
spoil the film for them. All right, so anyways, we're going to get back to the movie in a moment, but when we left off with you, we were going to discuss your life here in Bodega Bay. He lives in Bodega Bay, right down the road, not far from here. In fact, almost like a stone's throw.
Not that far, and, you know, I love Bodega Bay.
What do you love about Bodega Bay?
Oh, well, the scenery, the seafood. I mean, they have crab, not this crab.
You know, it's fresh.
Good, fresh crab,
It's
fresh
fresh.
salmon. Then, you know, and like just the ambiance, just
No,
the
it's
bay.
fun.
It's
fun.
beautiful.
And it always smells like the sea.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
No,
And
it's nice to have that.
great sunsets.
You don't get that in Santa Rosa where you used to live, right?
No.
There's no sea smell in Santa Rosa.
No.
But sometimes during low tide, it's too much, eh?
It gets a little fishy.
Right.
Yeah.
A little fishy.
Little fishy.
Right.
But
so,
enjoy
what do
it.
you not like about living in Bodega Bay?
Well, on the weekends we get a lot of tourists.
Oh,
and they
yes.
can, you know,
It's busy.
they don't look out for stuff, you know, they think you
Well,
see them or whatever.
No, they're sightseeing.
Yeah,
And if you're
so-
not in their sight, they don't see you.
And every once in a while somebody's looking for you and they knock on my door and I have
Oh,
to say,
no.
no, he's up the road a little ways.
You know, I think we have to make you a sign saying, "No Vincent here."
I think that would be excellent.
Probably solve
excellent.
the problem,
yeah.
right?
That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've gone out of our way to keep the place hidden because
With the trees you planted and stuff, it's good.
with the trees we
It's
planted
good.
and everything, but it's not because I don't want to see these people. It's because I'm frightened at what Tangelo might do to an unsuspecting tourist.
Well, you did ask me what I don't like about Bodega Bay.
Right.
Number one, Tangela.
Oh. Yeah. You know, I've heard that from others as well.
Well, look.
No. Well, the mayor of Bodega Bay was going to do a Tangela Day, but it's not like the honorary type. It's the opposite, where it's like, don't like Tangela on this day of the year.
Negative.
No,
Yes.
she causes some trouble downtown, and again, it's not. I don't think she's doing it to be mean. I think she's just not quite up to speed on how to properly treat tourists and the citizens of Bodega Bay.
She has issues.
And I understand she's giving you some trouble with her trebuchet.
Oh, well, do you know what she's sent?
I was wondering the thing is gigantic. I hope she's not like launching automobiles down towards you.
Oh, like an old refrigerator, cow manure, and a coffin, an empty, old, dug-up coffin.
Oh, I remember that one. So she dug that one up. She was going to use it as a piece of furniture in her chamber, and she decided it was not the right color.
Yeah, she'd probably sleep in it.
She said she was going to go put it back.
Yeah, she didn't.
So unless it came out of your yard, which I imagine it did not.
No, I don't. No. Not in my yard.
Right. No. All right. Well, what do you say we get back to this movie?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, off we go. Back to Attack of the Crab Monsters, 1957. And we'll be back with Jon Provost afterwards. See you soon.
Why did you try to stop me from throwing that rock?
I just don't like to kill anything, even such ugly creatures as these.
Poor helpless things.
Helpless nothing. You ever see a bunch of them start on a wounded Marine? They finish him off in 5 minutes.
It's all more reason to get Jim out of that pit.
Yes, all the more reason.
Now, what do you want with McLean's journal now, honey?
I just thought I'd look through it and see what it was Max said about those great caves appearing in the sides of the hills.
Well, it didn't say much, except that it always happened at night.
She was right in here. There it is again.
Not a quake.
No, the other sound. I heard it at the pit.
You know, if we both hadn't heard it, I'd swear it's my own imagination.
Dear, what can it be?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out, and I'll stay here, Monty.
Don't go in there.
Put out the lights. There's light ahead. It's coming from the pit.
Carson, we are near you.
Quiet. Come quickly. He's still alive.
So let's get him out of here.
We will get him out, but we must move with caution.
Why?
Do not call to him.
Why not, Doctor?
Blood?
Where could he track himself?
We will not find him tonight. We had better return in the morning when there's more light.
Well, I don't like the idea of leaving him here all night with a busted leg.
Nor do I. Up the rope, quickly.
You might as well go back through the caves.
No, up the rope.
Dr. Weigand, you are a great nuclear physicist, while I am a simple provincial botanist.
But there are things I do not understand. There are many things that I do not understand also, Jules. You had better climb.
Our tent's just outside the cave. We don't have to go up the rope.
Up the rope?
That's what I was afraid of.
It stopped.
Whatever it was must have damaged the wiring. Light one of the kerosene lamps, will you, honey? Here's your motive.
Food.
But not much considering the size of the thing that did all of this. I guess there's no point waiting for the rest to get back. The storm should have let up enough for me to get through to the Navy now. Come on.
Oh, Dale.
Whatever it was that did this deliberately destroyed the radio. It had to be deliberate. Every piece of wiring has been ripped out and chopped to bits. Look, every tube has been sliced neatly in half. And it had to reach way inside to do it without wrecking these cabinets.
Well, all I can say is, why wasn't I invited to the party? Not funny, eh? Well, that's as it should be. Do you think you can fix it?
Fix it? I'll need a whole new outfit from the bottom up.
You have parts, enough to build a new one?
I don't know.
Why do you suppose it didn't come through the door and get us, Carl?
I don't know. I can only guess. It would take considerable power to keep the intruder behind this door. There is power in the lighting in the living room.
You mean it's afraid of electricity?
I think so. Have you any other ideas?
Once upon a time, there was a mountain.
Hmm?
Yesterday, when we came to this island, there was a mountain out there. Today, there's no mountain.
I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised at anything, are you, Doctor? I suppose you can tell us what tore up this room last night.
No, I cannot tell you that. But I can tell you this. Everything that has happened from the death of the first sailor to the destruction of our radio must be somehow related. They are too far from the normal scheme of things to be separate accidents.
If there is a single cause, then that cause is outside of nature as we know it.
Yes, that is why I insisted on caution entering the caves. We are unquestionably on the brink of a great discovery. It is not likely that that discovery will be of a pleasant nature. That is the sum of my knowledge. If you need more, I suggest you ask Dr. McLean when next his voice calls in the night. Now, let us again seek Dr. Carson.
Hello, this is Robin from Tampa, Florida. I just started watching your show, and I want you to know how much I enjoy it, and I thank you so much for the wonderful gems, the old horror movies that I remember watching in the 70s and 80s. It's really nice to see these movies again. I also send my love to Mr. Vincent, Miss Tangela, and Mr. Livingston. Take care. Bye-bye.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Creature Features. We're with the wonderful Jon Provost, who is slightly wounded by you-know-whom. And we're watching Attack of the Crab Monsters, 1957. Not a bad movie. Do you know that the budget for this film was only $70,000?
Wow, that's nothing.
No.
Well, back then, maybe.
Well, even back then, I mean, if you times it by 5, it's still a low-budget film, right?
They got Russell Johnson pretty cheap.
No, well, that's because he hadn't done Gilligan's Island yet. Had they made this film in 1967, Russell Johnson would have charged much, much more, I think, because he was famous. True. But then again, he was out of a job probably too as well, right?
Probably, yeah,
so who knows?
Waiting for the minnow.
All right. Enough about the film. We'll get back to it soon. Last time I saw you on the big screen was for a certain documentary and done by our director called Up Late with Bob Wilkins. How'd you get into that?
Well, I mean, growing up, going to college in the Bay Area, I kind of grew up with Bob Wilkins.
Well, not with him.
Well,
but
on TV.
Tracy the plumber, what are you doing here?
We've got a problem in the third floor bathroom. I'm missing a float for the toilet.
Missing a toilet float. That's something Tangela would steal.
Exactly.
So why don't you ask her?
She says that John has it.
Why would John have it?
And he has it in his pants.
John, do you have a toilet float in your pants?
Not that I know of.
Well, you know, Tangela can be a little sneaky sometimes.
Found it.
What?
Thank you.
You know, it's a good thing we have a plumber that makes house calls.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, you know, Andrew, he's no good with plumbing. No, he's good with electrical and wood. But
wood's good, but
so
I don't know about this. It's Tangela.
No, I think she did it as it was like a gift. It was a nice gesture. It was a beau geste.
It wasn't a nice gesture.
Well, you know, it's better than a refrigerator in your front lawn shot by a trebuchet.
This is true. This is true.
Good. Anyways, we were talking about the documentary.
Yes.
Up Late with Bob Wilkins. So you used to watch Bob Wilkins when you were at college.
Yes. We always did. You know, with the guys, we'd get together and watch Bob Wilkins.
You were at
and
university, and you would turn on Channel 2, and you'd see Bob Wilkins.
Yes, Bay Area, Channel 2, Bob Wilkins up late at night. And, you know, it was the same thing. He showed these great movies like you do. I'm kind of joking when I say they're great movies.
Right.
But, I mean, come on. He's a Bay Area legend.
No, he was. He was. No, we miss him. You know, he would be doing the show if he was still alive. And I would maybe be a guest, and he would be talking to me about rock and roll.
There you go.
He wouldn't be talking to me about the Lassie show because I couldn't tell him anything about it. Because I could tell what I know from you, but there's a bit of a time
Well, there's
issue
always
there.
reruns. You know.
Oh, there are reruns. Yeah. All right. Well, what do you say we get back to this film?
The giant crab sounds good to me.
We are going to see some giant crabs. So don't go away. We'll be back soon. Bye.
I don't understand this. We've covered every exit from the base of the pit. Wounded as he was, he couldn't have crawled this far. And yet still no sign of him.
No will be, eh, Carter?
Get close to the wall!
Something to tie it with.
Top of my pack, Carl.
You'll need a tourniquet, too.
Hello there, anybody alive? You all right?
How did you know we were in here?
We didn't. We were on the other side of the island.
Well, it used to be the other side of the island. Most of us fell into the drink already.
So we run in here when we heard you call.
Call? We didn't call you. Whose voice did you hear?
Well, it sounded like the other guy. The other fellow fell into the pit.
So he is still alive.
If we do not move fast, Jules will not be alive. Come, give us a hand.
This will help you sleep, Jules.
Thank you, Martha. I could use some sleep. Messieurs et mesdames, je voudrais présenter pour votre inspection la seule fleur unique au monde.
Give me 2. Here's 2. And I'll take 1. Bet you 10. Okay, I bet you 10, and I'll raise you 10. If you're not careful, you'll raise us both 10 feet. What's the matter, nervous?
What do you mean, nervous?
Okay, what do you got? 3 queens. Well, big deal, so you finally won a hand. I'm still 106 of dynamite and 1 wild explosion ahead of you. What's that?
Sounds like a kid dragging a stick across a picket fence.
We ain't got no picket fence out here.
Professor Devereaux. Professor Devereaux.
Who is there?
Seaman Ron Phillips.
And Sam Summers.
We found Dr. Carson.
Where are you?
We're outside. We can take you to Dr. Carson, but you've got to be quiet. Very quiet. Will you come?
Yes.
Come down the path toward the big pit.
We'll meet you there and lead you to Carson.
I will be there.
Fellows! Summers!
We're right here, Professor.
Sounded like Jules.
Devereaux?
Yes. What is it? I am here.
Are you all right?
Yes. The pain is less.
Keep talking. We thought we heard you cry out.
I have been asleep.
Perhaps you were talking in your sleep.
Ah, yes. Then I hope I did not blemish the reputations of any fair ladies I may have known.
You didn't mention any names.
I never asked any names. Tell me of this cry you heard.
It sounded like you. Like you would have sounded in your death agonies.
It could hardly have been me, Doctor. When I have been here all the time, dreaming of all the things I might learn to do with only my left hand. I dreamed it was fixed with a hook. And when I... Congratulations, Dr. Varga.
Where are you?
Where all of you soon will be. I shall be back tomorrow night. Bonsoir.
Devereaux! Devereaux!
What does it mean, Doctor?
He is dead.
But he spoke, Carl. Is this supposed to be a ghost story?
No. No, I do not believe in ghosts. We are dealing with a man who is dead, but whose voice and memory live. How this can be, I do not know. But its implications are far more terrible than any ghost could ever be.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you.
I got a box here with your name on it, Tangela. Oh, great. Just what she needs, another knife.
But what happened to their bodies, girl?
They were eaten.
Even the bones?
The bones are, I think, hidden.
Most of the dynamite is gone.
Huh? Dynamite?
But not for grenades.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Well, I may as well pick up what's left.
Yes, we shall need them. We shall have to stay away from the beach hereafter. Come, Hank, we still have the radio to repair. Tonight we will wait for Jules to speak to us.
Well, it's long after dark. You should have heard him by now.
We will hear. Be patient. Good evening, mes amis. I am glad you are all still with us. Be not shocked that the weapon speaks. I transmit, so I must be received. Hearken to all things metal, for I may be in them.
What do you want?
First, I want to reassure you that I am of sound mind, if not of body. Something remarkable has happened to me. I would like all of you to come and see for yourselves.
Where are you, Jules?
In the caves, at the bottom of Carson's pit.
And what about Carson?
I'm here too. My leg no longer troubles me. It's almost exhilarating. Will you come?
Yes. Wait for us.
We'll wait.
Let's go.
Dale.
We shall need the equipment. We must go. We have to find out.
We are here! Show yourself!
I killed it.
Yes. By the sheerest luck.
Why didn't the grenades hurt it?
Remember what the turtle said about the worm?
Yeah, that a knife passed through it like water.
The stone penetrated its brain, or motor area, or whatever keeps the thing alive.
I think if we remove the stone, the crab would return to life.
Oh, let's just leave it be, huh?
We will bury it. If a blade passes through it like a finger through mercury, then like a river of mercury, we should be able to sever a part of it by completely separating it from the rest of the body. Thusly. There. Now we have a specimen. Set your dynamite, Hank.
Do you have any theories, Doctor?
Perhaps. All I can tell you now is that this is a male land crab, which you as a biologist will know better than I.
Yes, Carl. I know the species appears to be that of an ordinary land crab, but...
Out, quickly!
Destroyed McLean and all of his party. You have destroyed them and tried to destroy me. This, mes amis, was one great mistake.
Well, Doctor?
Oh, this is ridiculous. The molecular structure of this crab is entirely disrupted. There's no cohesion between the atoms.
I don't understand.
Nor do I. Apparently, we have one of those biological freaks resulting from an overdose of radiation poisoning. The way to explain it is, look, electricity. The free electron in the copper atom breaks off to circle the next atom, taking the charge along the wire. Do you follow me, Hank?
I think so. The free electrons jump from atom to atom along the copper at the speed of light. I remember that from high school.
Yes, atom to atom. Well, something like that has happened to our crab. But instead of free electrons, the crab has free atoms, all disconnected. It's like a mass of liquid with a permanent shape. Any matter, therefore, that the crab eats will be assimilated in its body of solid energy, becoming part of the crab.
Like the bodies of the dead men?
Yes. And their brain tissue, which after all is nothing more than a storage house for electrical impulses.
That means that the crab can eat his victim's brain, absorbing his mind intact and working.
It's as good a theory as any other to explain what's happened.
But, Doctor, that theory doesn't explain why Jules and Carson's minds have turned against us.
Preservation of the species. Once they were men, now they are land crabs.
Okay, Professor. How are the crabs blowing up the island?
I am not sure. But imagine they are able to send out arcs of heat. They are packed with it. The sides of the pit were glazed as if the rock were melted.
They can melt and fuse parts of the caverns, explode the materials contained, and bring about the slides.
Why?
To get at us, of course.
Looks like we're on the verge of a blessed event.
What's that? What's that?
Or is this the one you killed?
No, it is still alive. We did not kill it.
Notice the belt of yellow fat around the base of the shell? It would indicate that she's in a very delicate condition, and pretty close, too. I, for one, should not like to be around to hear the patter of so many tiny feet.
And we've got to kill it.
Kill it?
It's easier said than done, Hank.
Now, wait. This needs some thought.
Doctor, you're not going to suggest that we save it for science. That would be suicide.
No, thank you, Martha. I have no ambition toward becoming a mad scientist. But I do think we ought to try and capture the thing. Would you not like to examine a live specimen?
Certainly I would. But I had a chance to see how the specimen examined the lab wall last night.
Hey, take a look at this. You said something about the crab being afraid of electricity, Doctor. Let's find out.
Ashes. The electricity destroyed the leg in less than a second.
That proves that the crab is negatively charged.
Yes. Then, Hank, you must create a trap of positive energy.
Ha! It works! Well, sure it does, Doctor. It's easier to build than a model airplane.
The charge must be just strong enough to de-energize the crab, long enough for us to remove the claws and cage it, but not strong enough to kill the thing.
Well, that's fine, Carl, but how do we get the crab to step into it?
Apparently, the creature sleeps by daytime. We must take the Ark and place it in one of the well-traveled cave routes. He has 8 legs with which to step on the plate. I am sure he will manage.
Yes, but you'd better select a new approach to the cave. The beach entrance is completely underwater, and the pit is...
He is using the dynamite. We must hurry.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
You know, I think you should get your hair colored like mine. No.
Well, I've always been kind of light colored.
No, I
it
know,
might
but
be
if you went black, then you could fill in for me sometime, right?
Have to grow my hair longer.
That's true. Yeah. Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, I don't even know why you're here. You should be watching the Farm Report or something because you're late. You missed all the good stuff of the movie, including the fact that we've established these crabs have eaten the prior research team. Now, my question to you is, do you suppose they put on those plastic bibs like humans do when they eat crab?
Maybe.
It's possible. No, possible. But all the psychic stuff. Yeah, this is an interesting film.
It's not bad.
There's multiple layers to this film that aren't in most.
I think they kind of made it up as they were going along.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
all right.
I think that.
Yeah, all right. Well, you know, I'm not a writer of screenplays for film, so I don't know these things, but I will take your word because you've been around lots of things in Hollywood, and you've had a long career, and I want to know what is the strangest thing that's ever happened to you in television or movies?
Well, what happened to me right here tonight? I have never had a toilet float pulled out of my pants on live television. Well, no.
So, and you've never had one inserted there
no,
either, I
no.
presume.
And it's,
right.
you know,
all right. Well, besides the Tangella antics, what else has happened?
Well, when I was filming the Lassie series, we had a scene where Lassie and I were in a river and we got thrown into the rapids.
Right.
And they couldn't rehearse it and they had to use real people. They had to use us. Couldn't use doubles, and they didn't have CGI back then.
Right.
And I almost drowned. And
you almost died playing Timmy.
Almost died, but the great part was, I was drowning, but that's what I was supposed to be doing, acting. So the director and everybody thought I was acting. But I wasn't. I was really about to die.
They didn't know.
No, and then luckily a stuntman saw what was happening, and he figured it out, and he jumped in the river.
So if we watch that episode, are we going to see the acting part, or are we going to see the real life?
No, you see the
Jon Provost.
You see fear. You see real fear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's the name of the
episode?
episode?
And I was only 13 years old.
What's the name of the episode? I'm going to watch it tonight.
It's called Lassie's Great Adventure.
Lassie's Great. They're all great adventures.
Well, and also it was the only thing we ever did in color. Everything was black.
Oh, it's a color episode.
Oh yeah, they made it. It's
Why
a movie.
Why was this one special?
It's a movie. What is that, Netflix or whatever? It's there. Lassie's Great Adventure.
I'm going to watch this tonight. And you fall in a river, and
so
Lassie was okay, right?
Well, they had people to save Lassie, not me.
I was going to say that'd be very sad if Lassie drowned.
I think it would be very sad if I died.
It's easy to replace Timmy. How do you replace Lassie? A talking dog.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Right? That knows Morse code.
Yeah. We could do it,
Yeah,
but, you know, but me, I mean...
little boys are a dime a dozen in Hollywood, right?
Maybe back then, yeah.
No, right.
No,
you're irreplaceable.
No,
I'm
yeah.
just.
They
No, he's irreplaceable. Even now. No.
Well, thank you.
Well, you've got so much history of this industry in your mind.
Well,
you should write a
spent
book.
a lot of time. Well, as a matter of fact, this well thing. Well, I do have a book. It's called The Jon Provost Story. Timmy's in the Well.
Oh, see, what did happen?
But it never really did happen. But everybody thought it happened, so that's the title of the book. Timmy's in the Well.
Well, you know, let me tell you this. One day, Tangella's going to throw you down a well, and you're never going to be able to say this again. True story. I know she wants to throw you down a well because of the story you tell.
And if I don't move, I bet it happens.
Right. No, I wouldn't blame you if you did move. All right, what do you say we finish up this film?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, heading to the end of Attack of the Crab Monsters. You don't want to miss the end. And when the credits roll up, you don't want to go away because him and I will be here with Tangella, and hopefully she'll be apologizing for all the terrible things she's done to him tonight. Unlikely.
I doubt it.
See you on the other side.
You've already lowered the electric eyes into the cave?
Yes, you must place them either side of one of the upper caves. The lower caverns will be flooded by now.
Use the underwater channels to the ocean as your escape. We'll try to attract his attention from up here. Take care, honey.
Might as well get to work. I'll plant this one, you take the other.
All right. Lonesome in here.
It's lonesome everywhere.
You know, I bet you could even be lonesome in a crowd.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you found that special someone.
Found him yet?
Why do you ask?
Because behind that wall! This might be the perfect time to collect some of Dr. Vigon's mercury. If I can't make it back, you get out of here as fast as you can.
Thank you.
They just ran across the bottom of the pit into another cave. Martha! Let's get down to the sea entrance. analog X-rays.
So, you have wounded me. I must grow a new claw. Well and good, for I can do it in a day. But will you grow new lives when I have taken yours from you?
You think it'll work now, Hank?
It should. Everything's put together. The generator's always worked. All we have to worry about is the strength of our signal. That is, if Dr. Devereaux and Carson will leave us alone long enough to try it out.
I'm afraid they won't. Rather than our receiving radio signals, they would prefer to receive us in that great common stomach of theirs.
Well, come on, Carl. Let's go out and see what's left of this rock.
I hope there is still something left upon which to stand.
Well, I guess it's about time I fixed us some food.
There used to be ridges there for maybe 2 miles.
Now there's less than half a city block. Soon we will have nowhere to run.
That's the idea, isn't it?
The path is still there.
Yes, Carl, but where does it lead?
To the pit and to the sea. At least to the sea.
We'll soon find out.
Hello, Malahinis. This is your favorite disc jockey, Pineapple Joe. Listen now to Mokakima and his Molokai boys playing Moana Loa Lava.
It's working.
Only the receiver, not the transmitter.
Well, can you fix it?
I don't know. Maybe with this telegraph key and a Morse code setup.
Well, we don't have to worry about the pit any longer, Carl.
No. Shall we go?
Might as well. It's not wasting any time.
Sound came from over there.
Let's go.
Oh, Hank, I don't know what we'd have done without you. Where did you ever learn to fix all these things?
In the Navy during the war. And I knocked around a lot in the radio and the TV repair business.
You ended up in the South Pacific.
Yeah. How'd you get here?
Oh, after Dale and I graduated, we stayed on at the Institute and researched.
You've been together ever since?
Uh-huh. And when his promotion comes through, we'll be making it a lifetime partnership.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Carl and Dale and tell them this thing works.
I imagine you are becoming almost as tired of seeing me as I am of making these messages. Please subscribe.
Is that not oil?
Yes, it is, Carl. I've never heard of oil being found on the Pacific Islands before.
The detonations must have opened a source deep in the island.
But look, it seems to be coming from 2 sources.
I suggest we trace them.
You want to follow this oil underground?
I feel we must.
But the crab, Carl.
The crab is like a rattlesnake. It can be heard long before it can be seen. I believe we can keep out of its way if we only remain alert. He knows this better than we do. That is why he's trying to reduce this island to a small corner from which we cannot escape.
All right. But at the first sound of a rattle, get out of there, huh?
All right. Don't worry. Don't worry. You follow this stream, and I shall follow the other one.
Carl's down in the caves.
Why did he go?
Never mind. The crab is heading straight for him. We've got to get him out before it's too late.
Now let's go.
Stay there, Marty.
Did you kill it?
No. He can avoid the mainstream.
Of all of us, I thought Carl would be the one to... That fire won't hold it very long.
I don't think it matters much anymore, Hank.
Well, just so it holds it long enough for me to get one message away. Just one more SOS.
Hank, you got the radio?
That was quick thinking, Dale. The pity is that all fires must one day burn out.
You getting through, Hank?
How should I know? I'm not on the other end of this thing.
Oh, Hank, you must get through.
I know it. It's gone dead.
I am afraid that won't help you, Hank. By the time ships and planes can arrive, this island will have vanished beneath the waves of the sea.
But you will not drown. You will be a part of me.
And as with McLean, there will be no evidence of how you vanished, or of my existence. We will rest in the caves and plan our assault upon the world of men.
Come on, Haim!
Hank, you got any fight left?
What for? It's only wasted energy.
Sure, I got fight left. I don't know what good these will be now, Hank. But I got 2 grenades left. How about you?
I got 4. Let's see what's in the toolbox.
Transmitter's still working. Here, this looks good.
foolish.
Watch it, Hank. He gave his life.
I know.
And so ends Attack of the Crab Monsters. I like the way Russell Johnson just ninja'd that.
He saved everybody.
Power thing,
yeah.
you know. Well, so how does he end up on Gilligan's Island if he's dead? He's not dead.
Hollywood, it's all illusion.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, right. No, it's bad script writing is what it is. There's no Hollywood magic, no such thing. Anyways, how are you doing? Are you still cross with our viewers for not subscribing? She's mad because so many of our viewers watch on YouTube, yet they don't subscribe. Only 8% of our viewers are subscribed. So, no, they promise you'll do better, right? Our YouTube viewers, you'll do better. You'll subscribe, and right, you'll cheer up, young lass. She stresses over things sometimes. Right?
Yeah, I think
I know
so.
she didn't watch the movie because she's too busy disassembling the third floor loo. Anyways, so what do you got going on? What's your website? We never said your website.
It is just my name, JonProvost.com.
JonProvost.com.
And yes, and my book will be there, and
Your
they
book?
can get that and
So
find out where I'm
can
at.
they
shows,
buy Jon
different shows.
Provost T-shirts? Do you have a Jon Provost?
We did.
You have a Jon Provost T-shirt? Well, that'd be nice. I would wear a Jon Provost T-shirt.
Well,
I mean, not in public.
Maybe come down to the house and I'll give you. What size?
These days I don't know.
Okay, well, just come down to the house.
I'll try them all
Yeah.
on. I'll try.
Okay.
I'll start small and work my way up.
Don't bring her.
You know, you better be careful what you say in front of her because she will send you a gift via airmail, and you know how she does it. I knew nothing about trebuchets until she built one. Now I know why the French won so many battles during the Middle Ages. That's quite a weapon. All right. Well, anyways, thank you, John. It was so nice for you to come.
Thank you.
Next time we're short on a guest, we're going to call you again.
Okay, I'm close.
There we go. As far as you guys go, thank you so much for watching our program. We know you could have been doing something more fun than doing this, but you stuck with us tonight. And for that reason, we love you. We'll see you next week. Different movie, different guest. See you next time. So anyways, John, I understand we're going to be at the same convention soon. Got anything to add about that?
Oh, sure. I'm going to be there, but I'm going to be at the other end of the convention hall because of you-know-who. Shit.